Welcome dear students, Standard 7th, Subject Mathematics, Chapter 7, Join Bar Graph, Module 1. I am Miss Komal Narute. Let's see the learning objective of this module. In this module, you will be learning about bar graph, data, joint bar graph, and questions related to it. So let's get started. Students, let's have a look at this picture. So in this picture, you can see different types of graphs. Now we will see what is bar graph. So bar graphs are pictorial representation of data, generally grouped one, in the form of vertical or horizontal rectangular bars where the length of bars are proportional to the measure of data. They are also known as bar charts. Bar graphs are one of the means of data handling in statistics. Now we will see what is data. In various fields, we need information in the form of numerical figure called data. This data may relate to the marks obtained by the pupils of a class in a certain examination, the weight, height, or ages of the pupil, the monthly wages of the workers, the population of town. Use of data. Evaluation of such data helps to analyze the growth or decreases pattern. Qualitative characteristics like honesty, poverty cannot be measured numerically, so it does not form the data. Data collected for a definite purpose may not be suitable for another purpose. Now we will see our main topic, that is joint bar graph. Given information can be graphs easily if it is represented in the form of a graph. Histograms, joint bar graph, pie chart are some various types of graphs. In a joint bar graph, the bars representing the given information are joined together. This makes it easier to compare the information. So that's why we are using joint bar graph. Let's see one example of joint bar graph. Here, students, you have to observe the two bar graphs given below, which shows the wheat production in quintals in Ajay's and Vijay's farm. Here you can see Ajay's wheat production. So on the left hand side you can see y-axis, and here you can see x-axis. On y-axis production in quintals are mentioned, and on x-axis you can see year are mentioned. So here you can see scale on y-axis 1 centimeter, that is equal to 10 quintals. This is Ajay's feed production graph. This is Vijay's feed production graph. Here on the y-axis you can see production in quintals. On x-axis you can see year. This scale on y-axis 1 centimeter, that is equal to 10 quintal is given. So let us see if we can show the information from both graphs in a single graph. Students, look at the graph here. So in this way, more information can be given using less space. So here you can see we have drawn both graphs together. So dark blue, that is Ajay's wheat production, and light blue one is Vijay's wheat production. So here beside the comparing Ajay and Vijay's wheat production also become easier. Such graphs called join bar graphs. Observe the graph shown below and answer the following question. So here you can see Ajay and Vijay wheat production joint bar graph. So you have to observe this graph and you have to answer the following question. So first question is, in which year did Ajay and Vijay both produce equal quantities of wheat? So here you can see 2011. So both produce equal quantities of wheat in year 2011. Now let's see question number 2. Question number 2. In year 2014, who produced more wheat? So in year 2040, here you can see Ajay produced more wheat. So Ajay produced more wheat in the year 2014. Third question. In year 2013, how much wheat did Ajay and Vijay produce? So in year 2030, you can see Ajay produced 40 quintals of wheat and Vijay produced 30 quintals of wheat. So Ajay's wheat production in 2013, that is equal to 40 quintals, and Vijay's wheat production in 2013, that is equal to 30 quintals. So like this you will observe and you will give the answer of all the questions. Reading a joint bar graph. So the minimum and maximum temperature in Pune for 5 days is given. Read the joint bar graph and answer the following question below. So here you can see joint bar graph. So on y-axis you can see temperature. Scale on y-axis, that is equal to 1 centimeter, that is equal to 5 degrees Celsius, and on x-axis you can see days of week. So question number 1, what data is shown on x-axis? So here on x-axis you can see 5 days of a week are shown on x-axis. So x-axis you can see here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is given. So these are all the 5 days of a week. So like this you will write. Question number 2. What data is shown on y-axis? So on y-axis, temperature in the city of Pune is shown on y-axis. Which day had the highest temperature? So students, from here you can see the highest temperature. So Monday had the highest temperature. Question number 4. On which day is the minimum temperature the highest? So here you can see minimum temperature is mentioned in dark blue, and here maximum temperature is mentioned. So here we have to find out on which day the minimum temperature is the highest. So here you can see on Wednesday is the minimum temperature is the highest. So the minimum temperature was highest on Wednesday. Question number 5. On Thursday, what is the difference between the minimum and maximum temperature? So here we have to find the difference. Difference means we have to subtract. So here you can see maximum temperature, that is 29.5 degree Celsius, and minimum temperature you can see that is 15 degree Celsius, and the difference 29.5 degrees Celsius minus 15 degrees Celsius, that is equal to, when you subtract, we will get 14.5 degree Celsius. Question number 6. On which day is the difference between the minimum and maximum temperature the greatest? So here you can see we have to find out on which day the difference between minimum and maximum temperature is the greatest. So here you can see the greatest temperature is on, here the difference in minimum and maximum temperature is greatest on Thursday. Drawing a joint bar graph. Now we will see how to draw a joint bar graph. Let's see one example. The number of boys and girls in a school is given. Draw a joint bar graph to show this information. So here you can see class 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th boys and girls are given. So in 5th standard 42 boys and 57 girls are there. In 6th standard 68 boys and 63 girls. In 7th standard 67 boys and 64 girls are there. In 8th standard 50 boys and 48 girls are there. In 9th standard 62 boys and 62 girls are present, and in 10th standard 60 boys and 64 are girls. So from this information we have to draw a joint bar graph. So let's see. To draw a joint bar graph, we have to follow some steps. So first one is, on a graph paper, draw the x-axis and y-axis and their point of intersection. Second one is, keeping the distance between two sets of joint bars equal. Show the classes on x-axis. Choose a scale for y-axis. For example, 1 unit, that is equal to 10 boys/girls. Mark the number of boys and girls on the y-axis. Fourth one is using the scale, work out the height of the columns required to show the number of boys and girls in each class. Use different colors to show the different bars in each set. So like this you will follow this step to draw a joint bar graph. So students, here you can see on the graph paper you have to draw x-axis and y-axis and their point of intersection. So here you can see we have drawn x-axis and y-axis. Now keeping the distance between the two sets of the joint bars equal shows the classes on x-axis. So here you can see we have shown the classes on x-axis. Now we have to choose a scale for the y-axis. So here we have chosen 1 unit, that is equal to 10 boys or 10 girls. So here you can see number of students. So scale is 1 centimeter, that is equal to 10 boys slash girls. So now we have to mark the number of boys and the girls on the y-axis. So here you can see for 5th standard 52 boys are there and 57 girls are there. So like this you will draw bar graphs. So here we have drawn the bar graphs and we have choose the different colors for boys and girls. So like this you will draw the joint bar graph. Remember these students, in a joint bar graph, the width of all the columns should be equal. The distance between any two consecutive sets of a joint bar should be equal. A joint bar graph is used for a comparative study. So this you have to remember. Students, here we completed the introduction of joint bar graph, and next module we will start practice set 31. Thank you dear students.